Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you are listening to this, whenever you are tapping in. We got something a little special here today. Excuse me. I'm joined by a couple of good friends, some people here involved in some music. I want to take some time to introduce. We're going to go left to right. 94 West here, standing at the left corner, standing in at 6'2". Y'all not in on that. I can't do that. I'll be giving out random. We do here at HardFoul, we give everybody the introduction. We give random heights and weights. And so if you don't like your height and weight, you just gonna have to roll with me. So standing in is 6'2", 215 pounds, 94 West here in the left corner. How are we doing, man?
Hey man, I'm doing great, man. Another lovely day in paradise. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. It's too hot right now to call this shit paradise. I love SD. It's too hot right now to call this shit paradise. They charge me way too much fucking money to have this shit be called paradise.
Hey, you know how they
Oh
do it in
man,
California, man.
that shit. Love Cali. Couldn't live nowhere else. But right now, this shit a little too hot for me. Standing in here in the middle, other corner, standing in at 6'3", 225 pounds. Oh, see, he ready to go. He got the fist up. He ready to
Let's get
go.
it. Let's get it.
Kid Silver, introduce yourself, man. How we feeling today?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored, man. I can't complain. And if I did, nobody would give a fuck anyway. So what's happening?
That
I'm Kid Silver.
that
Yeah,
happened.
man, I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So let's start for the people that are unfamiliar. We just gonna go again. We're gonna go left to right to introduce ourselves. 94 West, introduce yourself a little bit, man. Tell people who you are, what you doing, how we starting today off. Let the people know a little bit.
Like you said, my name is 94 West, coming live out of the great city of San Diego. You know what I mean? And if you didn't know about me, I'm, about to be your favorite producer coming up, man. Before the interview was kicking off, man, I was working on tracks, man, for a couple of other artists that we got, making music for and whatnot. And, I'm just, like I said, your favorite producer behind the scenes, but you know me when you see me, man, I be loud AF, man, with the shoes and the shorts.
Oh shit. Kid Silver, let the people know a little about yourself. Introduce yourself real quick.
Yes, sir. I'm Kid Silver. You can call me Kid. I'm here in the Show Me State of Missouri. I live in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? For any of the Jack boys out there, come on, pull up. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm living in St. Louis, bro. So been in the music for a while. For long as I can remember. Got projects out there right now. Working on the new one with the bro, 9-4, that rhyme, bars. And yeah, this my little homie right here, man. That's right. So bring in the rhyme skill.
Okay. Shout out to the dogs. Just a quick editing note. The blur will go away on the final, just so y'all aware. Sometimes it might look crazy mid, but we'll be able to get rid of the blur at the final.
Okay.
Uh, so let's start. So let's start here with each of y'all. And this is, I feel like, just the easiest basic question how everybody feels like. What made each of y'all start getting into music, and was your introduction to music where you actually started now? I mean, like, if did you get into music through producing, or did you get into music, figured out you want to do some shit, and then you went over to producing?
For me, bro, music has always been a part of my life, man. Straight up. Like I was born into this hip hop shit, straight up. So, growing up, all I knew was rap music, and then I was slowly introduced to other forms of music. And, it was just something that really came natural to me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I used to do was beatbox a lot and we used to have little rap crews or whatever. So that's how I kind of,
Okay.
started off producing, beatboxing and whatnot. And then, the way I grew up, unfortunately, I didn't really have the luxury to delve into my music career until like, after I already moved out the house. And then,
Mm-hmm.
just being out here, I was walking around thinking, I was like, dog, why don't I just do music, man? It's always been a passion of mine. And so I was like, F it, what I got to lose, man. I'm out on my own, I don't got to abide by nobody rules, man. This is, something that I really wanted to do. So I just said, F it, man. Put all the chips in on myself, bought my little gear here and there and started just teaching myself, how to produce, looking at my favorite producers, how they, finesse the record, chop up the samples, product and arrange, man. And I just, just been studying them, putting my nose to the grindstone and, get my producing skills up. And so, it just led to me, collaborating with a bunch of artists, being able to put out demo tapes, work on albums, my album, and it's just been building slowly up from there.
Okay. What age did you buy like your first when you first started buying equipment? You said you weren't able to do when you're young. What was the first age you really got to start buying equipment?
Man, I had to be, it was like 21, 21, yeah, because
Okay.
my girlfriend at the time, she was into music more than I was. And so she was telling me, where to get my equipment from. Shout out to Z Sounds, you dig, man. That's where I got my stuff from originally, man. And so it just, progressed from there.
All right. Kid, same question to you is when did you start getting into music, and was this your first, did you start here or did you find your way here through music?
So I pretty much started here. You know what I mean? As far as how I got into music, man, I've always been around it. You know what I'm saying? I'm black. Like I ain't mixed with shit. So I always
That's
been around. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been around rap music. My mom has always been a strong advocate. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Tupac, everything from pop to Mary J. Blige every night on repeat every night. So as a kid, I've always had it
that
going in, being poured into me. And it wasn't until I heard, now this for the old folks, I guess at this point, but it wasn't until I heard trap music by T.I., bro. I heard that joint and I was just like,
classic.
damn, that shit just, it made me, that was my first time really feeling like I was immersed in the music. You know what I'm saying? And it made me feel some type of way just based on the way he was delivering it. Like T.I. in his prime, dude couldn't be touched. You know what I'm saying? And like that really inspired me to kind of put my own little touch on music. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I kind of started writing my own songs. And I started performing at an early age in middle school. Yeah, I first performed in middle school. In middle school, I
Damn.
was, yeah, given accolades. Middle school, I was voted most likely to succeed in music, and then high school kept it going with best musician. Only musician ain't even got an instrument, you hear me? But I was voted best musician in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? I found myself in San Diego, just wanted to travel and see the world, and I started building a following there, and it's just been, going up from there for real. Like I don't see a reason to stop.
No, that's fair. So I got two impromptu questions for y'all. So because we're gonna get the judging the clips going. Top three, just top three rappers at the top of your head all time. Both of y'all.
T.I.,
Ooh.
Webby, Lil Wayne. That's just me.
Okay,
T.I., Webby, Lil Wayne.
okay.
Of
Niggas gonna
all
judge you anyway.
time,
I just need the top three. Top three all time.
I go with Nas, Kendrick Lamar, Rakim.
Y'all good people, man. He said Wayne. Wayne is my personal favorite rapper ever. And you put Nas in there, who I just think Nas is the best rapper ever. If you want to take totality of career, albums, projects, just everything he does, even at 51 years old, Nas is still to be as nice as he is. I just heard him on Raekwon's album that he's put out 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, yo, this nigga's 51 years old and still has an argument like he's the best rapper going. So
Mm.
Real.
shout out to both of y'all. And again, Wayne's my personal goat. I've listened to more Lil Wayne than any other artist in my life.
Oh, Wayne.
The
All
second
right, bro.
question, and the Wayne is that's my guy. Said question is, and we gotta be honest here. You said you started in middle school. You said you were able to start getting equipment at 21. If you being honest with yourself, how bad was your start versus how good you are now? Meaning anybody that's in this space of trying to create content, trying to create music, trying to follow their passion, as somebody again, I've been podcasting for years. You go look at my first couple episodes, I will deny that is me. I just Shaggy, nah, it wasn't me. I don't know who the fuck that is. That, no. Because it was just, I just started, I just turned on a microphone, a camera, and I was like, yo, we just gonna talk. This will be natural. First couple episodes, awful. So if y'all being honest with yourself, how bad do you think it was at the start when you first started trying versus how good you feel like you are now?
I'll let you
Oh
take this one
man,
first.
listen. Oh yeah, I'll take it. Yo, my beats was trash. Ola, dog, pure, but still to throw that shit in the trash, burn the hard drive, all that, man. It was terrible,
Oh,
bro. Like, bro, my shit sounded like a dollar store Neptune beat, man.
Mm.
Straight up, man. Like, oh, I
hey,
cringe
yo.
thinking about this. Like, yo, bro, I thought that bullshit was hot. Like, I sent the beats out to artists thinking like, yo, you gotta come mess with me. This the hottest shit you done heard in your life, bro. No, what was I thinking, man? I was on that stuff, man.
That's growth though. You gotta start somewhere. And like when you just like starting is always the hardest part. And when you start this shit, like, nigga, we all gonna be asked when we start this shit. Like anything you trying to like really do and get good at, like
Yeah.
we all start bad. He was rapping in middle school. So I'm curious, like what was the raps looking like in middle school?
So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've always been good. You heard me? Like, nah, I just go. Nah, bro. I mean, I just be, bro. My shit in middle school, like, I was not good. Like, I was, like I said, I started off listening to Ti. So like, my sound was really kind of just like, what's the word I'm looking for? It was kind of just like, trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I've never been like a street dude. Like I'm a cool ass nigga, but I've never been a street dude. So I had to figure out. Ooh, fucking up my rug down here. Y'all see him, man? Damn, we trying to conduct business in this thing. Nah, bro. No, but no, I've never been a street dude, so it took me a while to kind of really find my form. And if I could listen back to some of those, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't want y'all to
Burn the
listen to
paper.
it. I ain't gonna cap.
Burn the
I
papers,
wouldn't want
man.
y'all to listen to it. I ain't even gonna hold you. You hear me? Like, but this new shit that's coming out, that we
That's
pushing, we pushing. The
that's a
world
fact.
gotta hear this. You
That's a
hear me?
fact. Yeah. And if you're not getting better, like it's cool sometimes where it's like, yeah, like you might go and listen to that shit and be like, damn, like that's what I thought was nice. But it's like it almost gives you that gratification of it's like, oh, cool, like look how far I've come. Like I've really put like time, energy, and effort into this shit. And I'm really not just,
Bruh,
saying I'm nice at this. Like I've actually got real progression, actually learning how to do this.
Facts.
bruh, bruh. Quick story, but like I also was rapping in college, bro. That's kind of what gave me the confirmation that I should keep going. Cause like after I made my second tape, the dude who I was riding with, he was dropping everybody off, and people started to come to me like, "Yo, bro, let me pay you for a CD type shit." But the first one I
Okay.
made, bro, my mama was in the car with me one day, and she was like, I'm so glad you got better, cause that shit ass. That shit was ass. That shit was ass,
My
bro.
dude
Like,
kept
I
it
ain't
real.
yeah,
Hey.
So I'm definitely grateful for the growth, bro. No cap.
Nah. Now you got a real shout out to mom. Like you got a real black mom because you started off with like you started listening to rappers and you went straight to Mary J. And nothing identifies like music and black moms as Mary J. Blige. Like
Hey,
you just
real.
as
That's
just a
a
different
fact.
sport.
That's a fact.
Like you can't even act like you dislike a Mary song. It's like anything Mary like Mary comes on, no matter what the fuck it is. It's like from real love to whatever you think might be her. Like Mary don't got no bad songs. Just
Jamming.
that's recorded on a microphone. Mary ain't got no bad songs. But like
That's
you
a
just
fact.
gotta be like,
She's a musical
oh,
advocate of every black woman ever, bro. Like everything she rap about, they've all felt. Rightfully so, you know what I'm saying? I
facts.
ain't none of that.
Nah, facts. I'm gonna ask you about because obviously everybody got different stories for how people got here. But another thing I think feels like with I did this with podcasting, especially talking about sports. How long until and you kind of mentioned already where like when you first started rapping, it was like Ti was such a big part of your musical influence where you almost can't help but kind of bite off him. Not in like a disrespectful way. It's just if that's what you heard, that's the sound you got. How long did it take each of you to like really find your own sound versus just going like trying to make a beat that sounds like one of your favorite producers or trying to make a song or raps that sound like your favorite rapper? Like when did you feel like you really started to get your own sound?
Mm.
Man. I think for me, bro, it was probably about 5, 6 years in, man. because the whole time, I'm building beats. It's like, all right, what does this style of beat sound like? Or if this sounds like the Neptunes, what would the Neptunes do? What kind of stuff are they using? And
Mm-hmm.
shout out to my bro Chaotic, man. He actually got me a beat CD where it had all these sounds and it had a bunch of the Neptune shit. So when I'm making my beats, it's actually starting to sound like them. But I think the progression is like, once you get comfortable with who you are as a producer and you got your workflow, the more you do, you start, just developing your sound. Of course, like you said earlier, you take pieces from, your inspiration and it just becomes, a part of your sound. So like, yeah, for me, it's like about year 5 or 6, and I really start to hit my groove. It's like, oh, okay, now, I know what makes a 9/4 West beat sound like a 9/4 West beat. And so,
Mm-hmm.
just over time.
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
Mm. As for me, man, I think I don't lie, I don't think I really found my own sound to call mine until 2020. You know what I mean? And I've been making music for a long ass time, bro. But like, it was always that you trying to you trying to kind of do it in your way, what you feel this person would do. You know what I'm saying? So even though like I was getting
Mm-hmm.
better and better, I don't really think it was necessarily authentic until it came in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like all of it was me, all of it was real, but I was still trying to make my
Mm-hmm.
voice sound this way, make my shit sound this way. Versus it was a tape that I made called Far From Home, and that was like the first one where I was really just immersing myself in the act of being an artist. You know what I'm saying? Versus just, oh, I'm finna say some cool shit over this cool beat. It was actually like, damn, this beat really speaks to me. How can I compliment it and speak to whoever's listening? You know what I'm saying? So I would say about 2020, and then, but a journey worth taking
Yeah.
for sure.
No, 1,000%. That, and a lot of times, again, when you're trying to create it, it's impossible because like we all got people we all like, we all got people we look up to, and it's like, oh, that shit's fire, that shit's dope, and
But
you somewhat they've already got life experiences. By the time you listen in again, like you listen to Ti and you said, and I'm the same way, where it's like I'm an inside the house kind of guy. Like I'm not. I will listen. I will rap along with songs. I want no ops. I've sold no things that they might say are bad for people. I'm inside. I'm in the house. I want no issues. But because he's had those experiences, like you can hear that shit through his music. And I feel like a lot of people, whenever you're trying to create, you've got to get certain life experiences before you can really create what is your sound, what is your mode.
Hmm.
Um,
right.
Speaking of life experiences, y'all have both moved around. Um, where again, I'm not trying to get nobody fucked up. Locationally, like where you started versus where you are now. If you got some interesting stories to go along with that, I know both of y'all. Again, like you said, you've moved. We talked a little Silver before we got started recording. Like you moved a couple places, so like where are y'all currently? We don't got to give out addresses, but like where are y'all currently versus where have y'all been? Let the people know a little bit.
For me, San Diego currently, and because my people were in the military, I've had the luxury, to be able to go all over the map, man. So, you know, I live on the East Coast in Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh. I've been down south in Houston, Texas, man. I've been far up north as Minnesota, you know what I mean? So I've had the luxury, to be everywhere, man, and, kind of take a little, piece of this area from this area and just, mold it into my sound and what I do.
Uh, Really quick before you go, Silver, do you feel like so? There's an argument I feel like right now in hip hop a lot where it's, and I kind of agree with it, where we have lost a lot of regional sound, right? Like Kendrick this last year is kind of an anomaly because he's a next level superstar, and so like you can clearly tell even in GNX though was like his most West Coast sounding album.
Hmm.
Do you feel like because you've been to so many places, you don't have a quote unquote regional sound, or do you feel like you're taking those and adding to the regional sound of now being from the West or now being in the West Coast?
Actually, that's a damn good question, bro. I'm glad you asked that. Personally, for me, I feel like my sound kind of encompasses everybody. It really just depends on the vibe of the song and, the direction of where we want to take it. Like I said, yo, if depending on the song, we could turn up on some crunk shit. It'll sound like some down south shit, like out of ATL, out of Houston. You know what I mean? If
Mm-hmm.
you want to, be on some G shit, of course, it'll sound like the West. If you want to get lyrical, it'll sound up north, man. So, luckily for me, my shit don't really have a regional sound per se. But, like I said, it just depends on the track and the idea of the artist that I'm working with.
No. Plus, I feel like that experience, the more and more people you work with, having been to so many different places, like it's easier to connect versus if you got a dude who like, and I love DJ Mustard. I'm not trying to shit on him by any means. Like Mustard clearly has a West Coast sound, so I sometimes think like when he does records with like East Coast artists, like it's harder because those sounds, the way they rap versus the way he makes music, they just have natural confliction patterns with them, right? Which I think is dope when he does shit with the Migos because I'm like, that's a down south ass rap group, and he brings a West Coast sound, and that shit, they got some fire records together.
Hmm.
Uh, Silver, where we stand versus where we been.
Oh man, all right. So right now I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, my hometown. Love this city. Love the fuck out this city. It's beautiful. Um, where I've been, shoot man, I've lived in Louisville, Kentucky for school. Virginia, California. You know what I mean? Been back and forth to Georgia. Uh, Pretty much a mixture of Midwest, South, and West Coast. I've been to a few East Coast states, but never like long term. I got a booger in my nose that's itching. Hold up, let me get off camera right quick. Itchy, itchy, dude.
My man kept it all the way real. All right,
Hey,
you know what I
yo,
mean?
I respect it. I respect it.
Shit, we
Hey,
human.
Cap,
We human.
That's Hey,
you're
bro. I licked the cup on camera. Niggas killed me for like 2 weeks for that shit. So I respect it.
boy, boy.
I respect it.
Alright, but yeah, I'm in St.
Oh
Louis now,
shit.
man. So, what was the rest of the question? I'm sorry.
I just so like just detailing the journey, like it's like 94 said, like yo, I've been in all these different states, and because of military, like he was kind of moving and that impacted the sound. Do you feel
Yeah.
like sonically? Do you feel like you represent the Midwest? Like that's the best way to explain yourself?
Yes and no. Like as I let people hear my music, nobody would ever guess that I'm from St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Just because my sound, my style, it doesn't fit my geographical like my peers. You know what I'm saying? I think my
Mm-hmm.
sound is just at this point is just the best representation of me. Like before I even went to the West Coast, like people here were telling me like, "Yo, bro, you would do good in California. You got a real California vibe. You should check it out." Which led me to go to California. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know nobody in California. I didn't have no jobs lined up or none of that shit, bro. I really just was like, I gotta go. You know what I mean? So I packed up all my shit and I drove. You know what I'm saying? And that taught me, the importance of stepping out on faith. You know what I'm saying? The importance of being grateful. Because I mean, shit, I've had some of those experiences where like I could have lost my life type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just being
Mm-hmm.
on my own on a whole other side of the country. You know what I'm saying? But I hold my own too. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, I don't think my sound is a good representation of Midwest, but at the same time, I do because Kanye is from Chicago. He's from the Midwest, and he don't sound
Yeah,
like
but
none
Kanye
of the
got a
popular people.
transcendent sound. Like
But
he's lost his mind and he does his own shit. But like that's a
His
yeah, I
signature
mean,
sound is.
like now, yeah, now, you know what I'm saying. But like, I feel like I have a similar thing going on, just like a transcendent. I like how you use that word. Like it's a transcendent sound because it's not like you hear it and be like, "What the fuck?" You hear it and be like,
yeah.
"Ooh, what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like I fucks with it. You know what I mean? Completely.
Now I got to put you on the spot really quick because you said again. Now I fuck with your top 3 rappers list, but you from St. Louis, and there's a
hmm
nigga who went diamond at the time like of our childhood. How
Nelly.
Nelly not make your top 3, man?
Um, I mean, I like Nelly. Don't get me wrong. Like I still listen to some of his music today. But as far as like I don't know if it was like because it was so saturated at the time with me being in St. Louis, so it was kind of like
I can feel that.
to some to some degree like too local for me. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
as to hear like T.I. or Lil Wayne, something that to me seems completely foreign when it comes to the type of person or the way that they move, they vibe and shit. Like Nelly kind of just reminded me of my uncles. You know what I'm saying? Not no disrespect to Nelly, but like that's he has the complete St. Louis draw. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really
Mm-hmm.
like a ooh type of thing. It was just pause. That sounded mad freaky. Hold on. You get what I'm saying though? You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna let you roll. I wasn't even gonna say it. I was gonna let you roll with it.
Hey,
I was gonna
hey,
let
no,
you
I
roll
ain't
with
got
it.
no problem with Nelly though. Nelly got some great music, got some classic albums, and he's always been a dope ass rapper. You know what I'm saying? I think I just gravitated
Mm-hmm.
towards what was different because I've always been different. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's cool. It's and he got Ashanti back, so he moved up a point on my favorite rappers list.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel that.
I do think that's interesting to the point of again like regional and how music sounds is sometimes you get almost overloaded with like a certain sound, right? So it's like you could like I'm from California, I've been here my whole life. So it's like I've heard like every like underground or low key SoundCloud rapper, like everybody that has like that West Coast sound. And at some point you kind of be like, damn, nigga, can't one of y'all sound like a little different? Like I could hear you if I wanted to go like if I wanted to go find you, I could find 100 of you. And so it is interesting where like for me, Nelly was an entirely different sound. And so because since I'm
Yeah,
not from the Midwest, so like to hear him, his tone, and almost like that country influence, it was like, damn, like for somebody in California, that shit was way different. Versus if you grew up there, it's like you can find a bunch of people that talk or sound like Nelly. Um,
yeah,
so slightly different. I know we already said best, and sometimes people got best and favorite are different. Maybe it's the same people. As far as if you had to pick your favorite rapper, like I said, to me, Nas is the best rapper. Wayne is my favorite rapper. If you had to pick your favorite rapper and or producer and the guy that you feel like influenced you the most.
Hmm. So for me, it would be producers. And it's always a tough list, man, because it's like, damn, I feel like I give five and I think a couple of days later, like, damn, bro, I forgot this and this. But I think the more I get asked this question, I'm starting to really narrow it down. So for me, and these are the people, I look up to and they definitely got a heavy imprint on my sound. It
Mm-hmm.
would be Dr. Dre, the Neptunes,
Legends.
Kanye West. And I gotta do a split one right here because they're kind of the same. Jay Dilla and Q-Tip
Okay. I'm not mad at
and
that list
Just
at all.
Blaze.
Just Blaze is fire. Just Blaze is fire. If now again we gotta hold some feet to the fire. You can only pick one. You just gave me 6 names. You gotta pick one that you was
One.
like the one you feel like is again your go-to slash you feel like all right, I probably got the most like if there's a out of the 100% of you that makes music, like who's like all right, this nigga's probably like 20% of my sound or 30% of my sound, like who's that person for you?
mm,
Ooh, ooh, that's a tough one. Oh man, I would have to go with Jay Dilla.
And why you feel like that? Like just
I
like
think.
that's
I'm sorry. What?
I was just repeating myself. So why do you feel like if you were listening to you outside of your body, do you think that would be like the person that would be like, oh yeah, no, I can see that.
Most definitely, man. Because with Jay Dilla, one of the things I get from him is that is using abstract sounds and making it into a song, man. Like if you look at a lot of the his older works, man, he's taking like just records, bro, that you wouldn't normally think to sample, and he's taking it, he's flipping it, man. He's doing magical things with it. And then his drums, man, I'm noticed like his drums are not always on the grid. Like, if everybody knows, like he has his own book called Dilettante. And it's
Mm.
like, it's a certain swing to his drums and stuff like that. And I think, with him working a lot with one of my favorite rappers, Busta Rhymes, I think I've, subconsciously picked up on that, like, having my drums not always, being such a rigid mold, like, some things may be off, but, the totality of the music, sounds amazing. And plus, I like finding, different sounds that you wouldn't normally think to put into a beat and like, yo, man, let's make a beat off around this and let's make this shit dope and go with it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Silver, excuse me. And again, it could be one of the three names you already mentioned, but it's like if you got to nail it down to one person, like your top go-to favorite guy and the guy you feel like, all right, this is probably my biggest influence as far as when you started rapping and making music.
I mean, as far as when I started, definitely Ti. You know what I'm saying? And when I started, he was kind of. But when I really started finding myself and coming into my artistry, he was kind of, in a sense, fizzling out. You know what I mean? Around Paper Trail-ish time, somewhere around there. But if we wanted to give it today, I would have to go with Wiz Khalifa, bro. That's the guy, bro. Like,
Okay.
and I say Wiz because, like, Wiz to me, he represent. It was something more than music. Like, he represented, like, he brought the whole the swag rap culture to my section. You know what I'm saying? In my peers. And then the thing about Wiz was like he made it cool to be cool without being this super tough guy, this super drug dealer, this super street nigga and all of that shit. Like Wiz was just that dude and like everybody was like Wiz. Everybody could be like Wiz, not to take anything away from him because he's his unique self. But like
Yeah.
everybody's just a cool dude. Like everybody don't gotta be in the streets. You don't gotta be poisoning neighborhoods. You don't gotta be gang banging and all of that other shit just to be a cool guy, too cool guy. And I think Wiz really kind of solidified that fact for me during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was on the verge of like, you know what I'm saying, doing some rough shit just cause I thought like this is what I gotta do to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's easily accessible anywhere. Like you can find drugs, you can find that shit anywhere, bro. Like that shit ain't hard,
Yeah.
but it's a lot harder to just be you. You know what I'm saying? Not follow the crowd, go against the grain. And me, I've always valued being unique over being accepted. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm.
it meant
No.
something to me to see somebody kind of vibe and doing their own fucking thing and looking just as cool doing it. You know? So I
No.
would say,
No.
well, yeah.
No, Wiz is dope, and I feel you on that. Again, part of the when I started up, like, and people still say it's nuts, but like when I started up HardFoul, it was because like I wanted to hit three different topic points that were like I started with sports, I got anime, and then I got hip hop. And people was like, "Oh, why are you trying to do like three different things?" And I'm like, "Because that's what people are. Like, you not just I'm not this dude who is like, yeah, fine. You want to be like some tough, thugged out, hard ass nigga. All you do is like fighting for your life every day. Like, I nigga, go do that. That shit sounds miserable to me. I want to chill in the house, like watch some anime, or I'm gonna go sit there and listen to like rap album, or I'm gonna go watch some football. I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy my life. Y'all want to be thugged the fuck out? Go have a blast.
No,
Um,
fact.
and and so it's like, and that's just the best representation of me. Like, I'm not gonna be dishonest about who I am or like what I like or how I want to go about my day. Um, y'all don't
Excuse
have to use names because I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. Either y'all ever worked with somebody, and I don't know the exact process. So like, I don't know, Dre, like if you sell a beat and then it's just kind of fair game, whatever nigga wants to do with it, or if it's like working together with somebody. You ever work with someone and then like about halfway through this process, you like, yeah, man, I don't want to do this no more with this nigga. Like if you've
me.
ever sold a beat and like you heard like what they did and you was like, damn, I could have done that with like anybody else. Like, hey, again, we don't gotta throw names, throw people under the bus, but y'all ever had those experiences?
I've had, man, because, for me, it's like, I got to make the beat and then now I'm more so in the recording process as well. So I've had a couple of artists that's like, ugh, man.
Man,
All right, bro, but I've already sold the beat. He paid me, man. He paid the stew time. So it's like, I
You
gotta,
gotta do it.
make the best of it as much as I can, try to offer some tips, like, maybe you should say it like this, da, 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 da. But yeah, I didn't have them, man, like, fudge.
Just change your name on the credits. Like, nah, that wasn't my beat. That was like so and so's.
No, I just I went ghost mode. I was like, bro, you ain't gotta credit me, man. I do this for the love of the game. I got the money, you know what I mean? Shoot, man. Put the credit for
Oh
somebody else,
shit.
give your boy some shine, you feel me?
Oh man.
I don't want
So
no
you ever
pick.
work with it? You ever work with a nigga and been like,
Yeah, man. Somebody really sticks out to me, even though like we finished it and the song came out fire. It was just like the energy in the studio was really off. You know what I'm saying? And it was
okay.
like I'm the type of person, bro. Like when I'm in that zone, I'm in that zone. I don't give a fuck about what he doing, what she doing, what they got going on, what he, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of it. Like I'm in the zone, and I'm gonna be the best me. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least, I think this particular person got just like a little bit insecure. Cause like I bullshit you not, I bullshit you not. As we recorded, I finished my verse, bro, and I
Mm-hmm.
come out. Dude seen me walk out, and he started doing push-ups. Like just in the middle of the session, just started doing push-ups. Like he's not even about to walk in. He just started doing push-ups and started bulking himself up. And I'm just like, damn, bro, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck. But it was just a weird energy, bro. Like it came out, the song came out good. It was just I know what the experience was. So that was really the only time where I was like, eh. Usually, if I get people on like a feature or something, I let them
Mm-hmm.
swag out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to, I don't pass judgment over what other people may think is, you know what I'm saying, beautiful. You know what I mean? Because we all got different opinions of sounds and what's good and what's bad type shit. So
No, that's valid. That's valid. Y'all ever had to? And I'm not sure how it works necessarily with producing. So if this doesn't apply, just let me know. Um, with rapping, I imagine is like, have you ever felt like you come up short since in this version of you in regards like if you send a beat to somebody and you like, nah, I think I could do better, even if it's like a handful of like core drums or cymbals or like a core part of making that song, it's like, no, I think I can make that shit better, and like reach back out to somebody. You ever recorded a verse and sent it to somebody, he's like, hey, you know what, bro, actually I had another idea, like I could up that shit. Like if you ever in the moment thought like, oh, I could outdo this.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Like I'm always looking at some stuff, like, yo, I probably could have did this better. Like they say, hindsight is 2020. But
Mm-hmm.
there's definitely been some moments where I sent the beat out to somebody, and I'll go back and visit it a couple of days later, and I'll be like, nah, bro, I probably could have, changed the drums on here. Let me add a little bit more of a breakdown right here. Like, hey, yo, bro, hit him up a couple of days later. Hey, yo, bro, scratch that beat. Here's the new joint. Yo, check this out. Let me know what you think. And, luckily I have made, some placements like that, man. Just,
Mm-hmm.
sending a revised beat out, man. I think that comes from, just like I said, you're always critical of yourself because, you want to send out like the best work that you can, humanly send out because, now at this stage, it's no longer just an American game. It's global now. You're not just
Mm-hmm.
fighting with cats in your backyard. It's worldwide now. So yeah, that has definitely happened to me, man. Yeah, what's happened with Kid, man, collabing with him on some music. And I'm like, nah, bro, let me redo this right here. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to send it to him yet. But one of the tracks that we working on, I was listening to it, I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta revise this shit, man. So, it happened recently just now, man. Like, and yo, kid, I'm gonna shoot that email to you, family.
I'll be looking out for that. Yeah. As far as me, bro, I'm everything I do is perfect. You hear me? Like I ain't nah. See, I gotta stop bullshitting with you. I feel like
Here
people
you
think
go.
But you need that
people.
confidence as a rapper. You gotta, because like if you rap is like the number one genre where like and I'm not a big, and mainly because my wife says it all the time and it annoys me. She's like, "Oh, it's the energy," and I'm like, "Man, fuck that shit. Ain't the energy. Like, just do it." Rap is one of the few things where like I might not believe you on a record, and that's gonna fuck up the whole record. Like, you gotta sound believable. You gotta like the energy that's coming through that microphone, and that's people that don't even like write shit. Like, I'll give Cardi B credit. I don't think Cardi writes 90% of what she puts out, but Cardi has energy that comes through a microphone. You like, oh yeah, nah, that's she got it. And so rap, you
That's a
gotta
fact.
have that like super confident energy.
That's a fact. I think, yeah, I do. Yeah, I agree with that. First, I do agree with that. I do have that. I'm just me. I got like a perfectionist type of mentality sometimes, especially when it comes to my own shit. Like 9-4, no, bro. Like I've sent him tracks, and I'll be like, "Hey, bro, don't listen to it like this, bro, cause I'm gonna do it like this, bro, or that part
Facts.
right there, bro. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. Like don't get too attached to that, bro, cause I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I know I can do it a little better. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like when you go to some studios, you feel pressure to get out of there real fast, so you just trying to leave out with something to listen to type shit. But like
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely had a lot of moments where I'm just like, I gotta say that back. And now I got like a home studio set up, so like bro, I be in that bitch for hours, bro, no cap. Like just
Mm-hmm.
saying I'll say the word the so many times in that bitch, bro, just to make sure I nail that shit right, bro, no cap.
You gotta look. And so I'm gonna ask this question. I think I already know the answer, but everyone's got kind of their own unique twist on it. Is when you committed to something for X amount of time, like not to put nobody's age on blast. How old are you, Dre?
35.
25?
35.
35. I was like, damn, nigga, 25. What the fuck? Um, I was like,
I thought you said 45. Like, you broke up for me.
I
I
was
thought you said 45. I'm like, nigga, what?
like,
Damn.
so I was like, so so like you've been involved in this for like well over a decade. Sylvia, you said you was rapping in middle school. Is like when did you know like you really loved the process? So the only thing I got to really as like a comparison is I've done mad talking to into a microphone and a camera, and nobody's heard it because just when you get started, especially when you try and do YouTube, it's like nobody gives a fuck about you. They're not looking out for you. So it's like there's a lot of time where like I just love doing this that it don't even bother me that like I got videos that got like, especially from when I first started, was like 1 view, 2 view, 5 view. I'm like, I loved making that shit. I loved editing it. Like I truly loved the process to the point of numbers didn't really bother me until like most people were like, all right, well, nigga, I got bills to pay, so like, get the numbers up. But when did you know like you really loved the process for both of y'all, and like how did that happen? Like, what turned on in your head? It was like, no, like I really love this shit. Like I could do this all fucking day, every day.
I think for me, like I said, I've always been into music, man. So it was really just learning, different things. I think, once I got like, a little bit basic of music theory and, just knowing my equipment, where to go to edit stuff, make sound how I want it to sound. Man, it was a couple years in, especially for producing, man. Like you said at first, like man, you doing it, man. You ain't really seeing no traction. You get to scratching your head, like that's what am I doing? But it's music has always been a passion, so it's just like I had these moments like, yo, what am I doing? But it's like, nah, bro, like we doing this shit one way or another. We gonna get it
Mm-hmm.
done, and so it become easier. And I think talking with other producers, kind of seeing some of the things that they have issue with as part of the game. And then I look at it myself. It's like, bro, I'm just happy to be here. Like, I'm not gonna complain. We can all complain about different things, but I love it, man. As far as producing the beat, marketing, learning how to record, engineered stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I loved it, man. Like, I think after that initial learning curve, steep learning curve. It's like, oh yeah, I love this, man. What more can I do? And it just keeps
Mm-hmm.
going on.
No,
Mm,
1,000%.
I feel that. As for me, when did I fall in love with the process? I don't lie, man. I fell in love with it once I started doing it for real. Like I said, when I heard trap music and I could feel the emotions he was putting in the song. Like Once I started doing that myself, once I started putting emotions, like you said, rappers have to come with that energy. They have to come with that. They have to come with that that a motherfucker can hear through the speakers. And like once I started to
Yeah.
come with that, bro, like that's when I fell in love with it. Cause up to that point, it was just like as an artist, you really don't see much benefit from making music until the music is not only made, but until it's out there and like appreciated to some degree. Because on the back end,
Mm.
it's really just a lot of paying for studio time, you know what I'm saying? Doing a lot of back end work, et cetera, et cetera. So like for me, I fell in love with it when I started really putting it out there. When I took that trip to California, when I went, I committed and I became all in. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have no job and no shit set up when I went out there, and I just quit my job. I just, you know what I'm saying, paid off my rent, and I was just out there, bro. So it was like I didn't have anything else on the table. I didn't have eggs in any other basket. So that was when I could really immerse myself into the artistry and find what I really love about being an artist. And what I really love about being an artist is understanding that we have power as artists. We have the ability to convey emotions through sonic waves, through music, through audio. So like what really made me fall in love with it is the fact that I could pull up to the beach, and I had my little sister there. I was taking her on a college tour. We pulled up to the beach. I kid you not, bro. We pulled up to the beach, bro. And this is random as fuck for me. Dude just pulled up next to me.
Mhm.
Like I thought he was finna, I thought he was finna want some smoke. Like no care. Like I thought he was on some shit.
Wait.
He pulled up real close to me and he like turned on my song and he started singing that bitch. And I'm just like, damn, bro. First, how the hell did you know what car I drive? You know what I'm saying? And second, you know every song, you know every word to this song, bro. Like that's crazy. Like, and that's
That's dope as fuck.
really the type of shit that makes you fall in love with this over and over and over again. Like real talk.
No, that gratification when like you first. I remember my first video that went over like 1,000 views, and like,
Mm.
and again, everyone loves their own shit. Is like 1,000 views in like the grand scheme of the world. It's like that ain't shit. Like Joe Rogan would have a heart attack if he only had 1,000 views on a video. But I'm like, I was so excited and so pumped up, bro. I was just like, oh man. And it was like comments. It wasn't just like a lot of people now can like either like pay for bots, or bots obviously everyone on the internet is like comments from like real people actually responding. I was just like that level of gratification, like you can't beat that shit.
Facts.
Before I ask y'all about new music, I want y'all to give me like your do y'all have a song that's like that one for you? Maybe it's not one that quote unquote did the best, but it's that one that after you finished it, you was like, man, I did that. Like that was my baby. Like I did that shit. Like you proud as fuck of it. It don't got necessarily the first one, and you might have more than one, but like, what's that one that you was like, man, I did that shit?
That's a one.
Oh man, that one.
That's a hard question. Now, dude, you said as far as new music, do you mean like
So no,
something we
not new
just
music. We gonna
Nah,
get
not the
into
music.
to the new music. I'm saying like out of what you've already put out to the world, beats, feet, and it could be a feature, it could be just a beat that you sold. Like what was that one? He was like, man, I did my shit on that one. Like
All
you
right,
walked around like chest out as fuck.
I
okay?
got it. So for me, it was like the very first song I actually put out. So it was with my homeboy Ace, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we used to work at Target or whatever. So I remember we was, it was late night. He was closing. I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, yo, bro, you rap?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yo, slide through my studio. We can collab or whatever." But boom. So bro actually pulled up. I'm like, "All right, cool, man." So he pulled to the studio, which is my crib at the time, and so we got
Mm-hmm.
in there, bro. I'm telling you, like, I had no idea what beat I was gonna make. Nothing. I'm working on the beat, and then he's writing the rhymes, and so we just feeding off each other, man. And before we know it, we had a full blown song. And my bro, we stayed at the same apartment. He hear us
Mm-hmm.
working. My bro called off work like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna come in today. Like, I gotta see this unfold, man." And so I'm talking about, I made the beat. He wrote the 16. He rapped it. We structured it. bung bung bung, bro. By the end of the day, had a full blown song on the CD, and we rolling around bumping it, and I'm like, yeah,
Nice,
dog, I can do this shit. I got this music shit on lock.
nice.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire.
Shit, man. As far as me, I ain't gonna lie. I feel that way about a lot of my songs. Like, and I ain't bullshitting or none of that, but I feel that way about a lot of my songs, bro. Like,
Mm,
sometimes some shit, some of my shit I can listen back to and be like, let me turn this shit off. And then, but the other shit, I can be like, hey, replay that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all seen that one meme of Krishan Rock when she was like playing songs for some nigga, and he was like, "You about to make me cry, shorty."
yeah, I
Like,
seen
bro,
that.
That's straight up.
Hey,
hey,
crying over the Krishan Rock song was fucking wild.
yeah,
I'm like, what?
that's crazy. That's kind of crazy. Okay, but me, bro, like I kind of get that. I kind of get that feeling about a lot of my shit. Not that I want to cry or no shit like that, but like
Mm-hmm.
just the feeling. Like I can. It resonates again and again and again and again and again. If I had to
Mm-hmm.
give a few, I'll say "Chosen." "Chosen" is one of those tracks that just like he that nigga, bro. Whoever just made this, he that nigga, bro. Like run that bitch back, like straight up. That's one of them tracks. Goddamn, could be higher is just could be higher is so fire to me, bro. Cause it's like one of them lo-fi tracks where it's just like it goes through so many different sounds sonically, but when it turn up, it really turns up. When it's vibing, it's really vibing, and that's kind of like how all my music goes. So yeah, honestly, I would say every song from Far From Home up to the Blue Flame, a person can get that feeling from. I'm just being honest, bro. Like
Hey, he not bullshit. He
yeah,
not bullshit.
Nah,
That's
man,
all facts.
you got
shit hard.
it's. I guess what's the way to and again, so like I'm not obviously like I have a basic understanding. I rapped for about 2 weeks in 11th grade. I realized it wasn't my shit, and so that was after that 2 weeks. I retired. I tapped out the game real early. I was like, this ain't for me. I was like, I played that shit back, and I was like, ooh, this we gonna hit delete. Um, with exclude each other because y'all could give each other compliments, whatever. That's not what we're here for. Exclude each other. Who has been some of your favorite people to work with up to this point?
Mm,
Up until now, um, I gotta say my man Sham Black, man. Shout out to him, man. Real shit, bro. Um, Professional, yo, super easy to work with, man. You know, linked up with him, went over the ideas for the song. You know what I mean? He taught me a lot about, the game and the industry, shit like that. Hey, gave me the super plug on the studio, man. That shit was clutch, man. So that's another good one there. Um, Another one of mine has been my homeboy, Co-Kid Craig, man. Like, that is a professional dude right there, man. He's quick with the turnaround, with the music, man. Real easy to work with. Yeah, so those have been my top two thus far, man.
Real quick, just I want to make sure I heard correctly. Is his name Coke Kid or Coke Head?
Co-kid.
Coke
Like
Head.
that's
Okay.
just like and kid, co-parenting and kid.
Oh, okay. I heard Coke Head, and I was like, y'all, real businessman, real professional. I was like, I don't think I've ever heard those words like that close to each other. My man was like, yo,
No.
Coke Head, and he professional. I'm like, I don't think that's how that works, but teach their own. Um,
Nah.
hey man.
on
Um,
the on the music tip, man, I think this dude Cloud Emotion. He's a kid out in Germany. He actually reached out to me and he was just like he like FaceTimed me through Instagram and he was just like, "Yo kid, what up kid? Yo man, I've been listening to your music, man. I'm in Russia. I'm in Russia. I'm going to be your engineer. Send me your like he was hella excited, bro, and like he kept sending me beats and he's fire, bro. Like I really rock with him. Other than that, the family of Sublime. Like I don't know if you're familiar. Yeah, you in California, you know Sublime. But the family of Sublime. Mama Troy, she has introduced me to a lot of different. You know what I'm saying? Vibes out there. Take me to a lot of shows. I've worked with Jacob Noel, who is now the lead singer of Sublime, but they're all just like really down to earth people. They're very welcoming, you know what I'm saying? And that's the soul family right there, you know what I'm saying? So I would put them too high up. Next to the homie 9-4 type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, I love like, again, it's not my world, but I love hearing the stories of like all the different type stories of niggas like coming up in music and the different people you got to work with. Because it's one thing where it's like just for namesake value, it's like, all right, you Kanye West, and it's like, all right, well, who'd you come up with? It's like when I was working with Jay-Z and Pharrell, and it's like dope, like they both legends, awesome. But like I love hearing like the stories of, you know, like the nigga you had to work with because like he lived in your apartment complex, or tell me like the dude that you was friends with because y'all only
Mm,
had one car and yours broke down. Like the
mm,
building up and the creating of stories, like to me that's always the more interesting shit, because once you pop, like especially in music, I feel like you're damn near known forever, right? Even niggas that we think is like one hit wonders, like Young Jock, who a lot of people call one hit wonder. I like Jock, but it's like you
He got
always
some
gonna
hits
know
on
his
him.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and so, but you're not gonna know all of like the different stories of like, again, like you work with like you and just like two of your homeboys back when y'all was 15, 16 years old, or whatever age it was. And so I always enjoy hearing those kind of stories. Like I got a friend, one of my best friends, who's tried like hell to be in a band, and he did that shit for like 7, 8 years, and it was like all these different people he met through doing fucking like Craigslist ads, like, oh yeah, Nick, you play an instrument? Yeah, I play an instrument. And they would just meet up and start playing. I'm like, that shit is dope, especially in an internet age where like human connectivity and actually talking to people and looking them in the face, like a lot of people can't do that. And when you're in music, you are forced to do that. You can't sit there and tell somebody's like, hey yo man, I got a beat for you, like I think you might like it, like hand up the USB stick. Like you got to make eye contact, you got to have real connections. If you're gonna rap
Yeah.
for somebody, like being in the studio, like being in the booth rapping for someone, everybody hearing you, like that takes real human interaction. So
right. That's a
I
fact.
love those
And
kind of stories.
I'm a add with you saying that. I'm a add on because I've had a lot of those bedroom recording stories. Like just to throw a few honorable mentions out there. He is St. Louis native. My man, who is Timothy. I first started. I recorded Far From Home, all of Far From Home with him, and he re-recorded that at a studio. But we had started off recording in one of his bedrooms, so
Mm-hmm.
he's fuck fire, plays every instrument. Who is Timothy? D Killers. I met in San Diego. He's like that homie that I met, and we just so happened to start recording because it was easy access. You know what I'm saying? We both kind of new
Mm-hmm.
to the city. He records. I'm a rapper. We just made it work. He's this Indian kid, so like the
Oh shit, okay.
diversity of that just blended so well. And then I got my homie Rick. He's also in San Diego, doing his thing out there, and like the chemistry in the studio is crazy, bro. Like I rapped to him a song and he just felt it and he recorded it and he's an engineer. He also like really put the sonics on it to bring it to life just because it resonated with him when I rapped it out loud. So few honorable mentions out there, you know what I'm saying? Like with you saying that just kind of made me want to throw them out
Yeah.
there, bro, because I love my people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Nah, 1,000. You got, again, you got to have those kind of stories. Like when
Yeah.
I started, I was living with, we had a 3 bedroom apartment. It was me and three of my homies, and I had the idea because I had always listened to sports radio and shit like that. And so, and one day I was like, I think I could do that. And this is back when, now they got apps and everyone throw podcasts on YouTube. Like I started this when you had to have an actual RSS feed and submit that shit to iTunes to actually get like an official license on there. And I looked at my one homie. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I was just like, I was working 2 jobs then, and I had to be at my first job at 6 a.m. And so
Mm.
I just looked at him and I was like, hey bro, you want to get up at 3 a.m.? Because he knew how to work a camera and a microphone. And I was like, yo, can you get up at 3 a.m. with me tomorrow? And no hesitation, he was just like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I was like, and that's my guy for life. And I'm like, that's just some shit. You're not gonna have those same kind of stories. Like once you finally in the place of like, and I wish success for everybody, but like once you finally in the place of success, you're not gonna have those like fun stories of like, hey man, if you know how we had to like really move this, because once you big and like you got real studio time, a real fancy in-person studio, that shit's
Yeah.
easy. It's like when you
Real
really had this
resources.
like, Like nigga, I had $100 and like 2 friends, and one of them was dumb. Like we just had to make that shit work. Like we just,
Hey, straight up.
like, like we had no fucking clue what we was doing. So let people know here. Still got a few more questions. But let people know what is the new music y'all are working on. I don't want to give out any names that y'all don't want to disclose, so I want to put that in y'all court. New music y'all working on, either individually, together. Let the people know.
Well, for me, I got a couple things, in the works right now, man. I can't say too much right now, man, but your boy is definitely, headlining some things, man, making it happen, with different artists, just not within the city, but nationwide. And then, me and my guy Kid, we cooking on something special, man. Like, dog, I can't wait for everybody to really hear this, man. This is a real meshing of the minds and ideas, man. And the way we pulled this off, like, we feeding off of each other's energy and vibe, man. Like, it's bangers. It's nothing but bangers. But we got like, I think like 9, 8 tracks on that bad boy. We going 9 and 8. You know what I mean? And it's cool, man. I think this is gonna be something that a lot of people can definitely relate to, feel, what I mean? This ain't our music. This ain't got no age limit to it. This ain't got no race limit to it, man. This is, you a real person. You out here, trying to be a better you. You want to make that happen. You are definitely going to feel this project that we got cooking up, man.
No facts. And as for me, like I'll piggyback off of that. We really are kind of. I look at what music is now, and I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real for a second. Like I look at what music is now, especially more so commercially.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like just a play thing. Like I don't. Y'all familiar with Dragon Ball Z?
That,
Of
nigga,
course.
All right,
hold on a
all right,
second.
all right, all right.
All right,
I
so go
gotta
ahead and put all
check.
my
I
posters
gotta
away.
check the. I gotta check y'all real nigga meter right quick. You know
I,
what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean,
we're gonna
but it
discuss
was.
that. We're gonna discuss that after the music. We
Uh,
got.
wait. Well, I just want to paint this example. When Dragon Ball Z came back and entered the Buu saga, and everybody started realizing that Goten and Kid Trunks could turn Super Saiyan, they were all like, "What the fuck? How the
That shit
fuck
feels
can they
cheap.
turn Super Saiyan? Like, what the fuck? It took us all this to be able to go through that, and they just turning it on like a switch." That's kind of how I look at what hip hop is right now, bro. Because you got all these kids who can just kind of hop on her and be popular. Like, no disrespect to them or nothing, but hip
Mm-hmm.
hop really is lost a lot of its validity just in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has the ability to do it, and because it's now more so based on your popularity than your talent or these actual heartfelt factors. So. What I want to do, what I am going to do with this project that me and Nine Four are working on, and with other music that I have in the works, is just kind of bring back that feeling of, oh shit, this is this is talent. This shit is good. Like turn that up. Like you know what I'm saying. I don't want people to feel like oh, just because I see it every fucking day on Instagram, I like it now. Nah, nah. I want you to feel this in your heart. I want you to feel this in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like 94 said, bro, if you a real nigga, if you a real nigga trying to make something happen, you got goals going on, and even if you a kid just trying to have fun, like it's going to reach you. And that's kind of what all my music has done. It's just now I'm doing it on a higher level. Um, because I'm smoking more. But no. But now it's just like on a higher level. It's just on a higher level, man. So I'm excited to, you know what I'm saying, push things out and bring to the game what I feel in a sense it's been missing. You know what I'm saying? Like once again, no disrespect to nobody, but I feel like the murder music movement, you know what I'm saying? The ratchet music movement, those have kind of overshadowed the real music movement. And I don't want that to be lost. So I'm combining elements of old music, along with elements of new music. Cause I listen to a lot of new music. Like I fuck with some new artists, bro. Like
Hmm.
that nigga Yeet, man, that nigga hard. I fuck with dude.
Bang.
Nigga hard, bro. I fuck with dude. But like, yeah. So that's pretty much what I got coming. That's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm excited to push out to the people.
No, and he can't say it, and that was a very like I don't want to say media trained, but that was a very professional answer. So I want to give him credit for that. I'm not in the music space, so I can say that. A lot more of y'all niggas should look at your hard drive and just delete that shit. I can say that. There's a lot of people who was like, because a lot of people, we were just talking about this on the pod on Sunday, where it was like, some niggas don't have, and this is my next question I ask to y'all, especially Dre on the producer aspect. A lot of people just seem to not have like friends in the studio or like real friends in the studio where like they just got to kind of tap you on the shoulder and be like, hey big dog, that ain't it. Like you gotta you
Real.
can't, I'm not gonna let you put that out to the people because you my mans, and I can't have them thinking my man should put out some bullshit like that. So there's a lot more people who should be deleting their hard drives. I'm not trying to take away nobody passion or they love, but man, look, this shit ain't,
Nah,
like I
that's
said,
real. That's real.
I rapped for 2 weeks and I learned after 2 weeks, it ain't it. Delete button. Um, do y'all have like when you work together, like have y'all ever had to be like, and again, not even in like in a rude way, but just been like, nah, bro, I think you could have done better, or like, nah, man, I think we could work on this. Like, what is the process of like when it's a you think the other person could be better, or just your guys' process working together in the studio?
I think it comes from, mutual respect. Like, we know what we're both capable of, man. And because we the homies, we, like you said earlier, we're not going to let each other slide on no bullshit. And so, there's been times, man, kid be like, yo, I need this type of beats. I'm gonna go cook up. I preview them. And my man's be honest, like, yo, cool, but this ain't really, where I need to be. Yo, I need you, to, do it like this right here. Maybe take this out. I like this part, but restructure this shit right here. And so, like you said, man, you gotta have real homies to really be honest and let you know, hey, bro, this
That ain't
could
it.
be better than what it's at, or this some Al Boo Boo, man. Like try this shit again, man. And luckily me and him, we got that rapport. We can be honest, like, nah, this ain't happening. Like, and he told me that shit, and I appreciate him being real with me first and foremost, man, because when I'm making beats, I'm cooking up, man. I'm trying so many different ideas because I just want this to sound good and I want it to sound unique, man. And sometimes, bro, I may overthink some shit, or I'm whipping some shit, 4 in the morning, which has actually happened, man. My guy kid hit me up early in the morning, like, yo, I need some beats. I'm like, hey, yo, fuck it, I'm good. I'll roll up. I'm gonna go produce some shit. I'm thinking it's hot. The next morning, hear this shit again. Kid, like, nah, this ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, nah, try again, bro. Try again. So,
Oh
yeah, man,
shit.
we had these issues, or I'm gonna say issues, but we had these moments, man, and it ain't no love lost. I thank my man 100 times for that shit because, like I said, it lets me know, all right, let's go better, be better here, or I know what works and what don't work, and so
Mm-hmm.
we just get better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the respect somewhat comes with that of like, if he hit like the fact that he continues to hit you up, the fact that y'all continue to work together is like proof of I just know you can do better versus like if a nigga sent you some shit and it was like, hey man, this is some bull, and you just never want to work with dude again. And that's, I think that's a sign of respect in itself. Like, I know you can do better. I want to continue to work with you. So like, I need your A game.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Shoot, man. I think it's been a couple of times. Like we both kind of send those messages out. We working on this one song, and like I thought what I did sounded fire, bro. But then I sent it to him, and he's like, "Hey, man, this part right here? Cut that all the way out." And I'm just like, "Damn, all the way out, damn!" Like I thought it just sounded good. But like, yeah, so that happens pretty often, and like he said, just like I think the thing is like we not in each other's heads. You know what I'm saying? So like the way when I ask him for this beat, like he doesn't really know what I'm hearing or what I want to hear type shit. He's just listening to the reference, and I thank him for always being open to just what instrument is it? What vibe? What specifically about this beat is it that you want replicated to a certain degree? You know what I'm saying? It's not just the whole, all right, I just made this whole beat over, get out of my face type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. You know what I mean? We always both open to just not even it's not even criticism or anything. It's more so just the feedback of building. You know what I'm saying? Because I think criticism implies that you did something wrong, and there's no. It's not a wrongdoing in this. It's just a steady process of getting to an end goal. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I hope that answers the question because I kind of definitely forgot the question, but there
Nah,
we
you
go.
get nah. It's again, it's collaborative. It's music. There's shit
Mm-hmm.
like again,
Right, yeah,
we, we've
right.
we've talked about like favorite artists, people that we fucked with. Like I love Wayne as much as anybody. Wayne's got so many damn mixtapes, so many damn albums where I'm like, yeah, there's some Wayne songs where I'm like, yeah, my nigga, you could have kept that. Like, it's just, I ain't gonna go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shout out to you, whatever mood you was in when you was rapping that shit. I'm sure you felt it. I'm gonna
Right,
press skip when I see it on the album. Like, that just is what it is. And so, whenever you're creating, and I do it too, like with myself, where it's like, I sit there, have a segment, and I'm thinking to myself, like, in the moment, I'll start feeling myself, like, man, I'm killing this shit. Like, I know this bag is about to be the greatest take ever. And then I play it back and I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna put that out. We ain't gonna do that.
right, shit.
The Tell the people that this is their first time experience to you some stuff about yourself that is nothing to do with music. Because I agree with you, Silver, on the fact of like a lot of people now with certain artists, and it feels like it happens because hip hop is the most popular genre in the world right now, and it's been that for about 15 to 20 years. It
Mm-hmm.
it just it's exacerbated as far as the problem, which is like, oh, I just like this nigga, or like I like this girl, so I'm gonna just like their music off the strength of that. Like I just like their Instagram or I like their Twitter, and so I'm gonna fuck them off that. But give the people some shit that is non-musical about you. Just like why you just like a good dude, why you a cool dude, why you cool to hang out with, shit like that. Tell people about yourself, something non-musically.
Okay. I know we said we was going left to right. All of I don't have a left to right screen or none of that, so I don't know
Oh,
if I'm first or
on
not.
my shit, Dre's on the left, so
Okay, okay, go ahead, Jerry. You got it. Oh, huh? All right, I'll go. So something non-musical about me, bro. Few things really. I was hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger,
damn.
and that kind of fucked with me. Fucked with my building, like my personal building skills when I was younger. Because I was bullied a lot. You know what I'm saying? The car fucked up my whole grill type shit. So I was bullied, and that kind of built the character. Because I also was just like I was the same kid. Like, bro, I used to like fucking wear Power Ranger costumes to school,
Oh my
and it's
god.
not Halloween. Like, I just did what I wanted to do, and I did what I like doing, bro. And like, I wore Power Ranger costumes, Goku costumes, fucking cowboy boots, and I've always been like, pause. That sounded kind of crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Just like normal, abnormal shit, and shit. I watch a lot of. I'm still a cartoony ass dude. Like I watch all cartoons. Got Avatar playing in the background. I watch hella
Same.
anime. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much. You know what I'm saying? The answer, bro. Like I'm a real nigga, but I'm a pretty mellow and nerdy ass guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty cool to hang around. Like
I
I got
feel
some
it.
good energy, man. No cap.
I feel it. I'm anime as hell over here. Like I'm just, you can't really see it in the back right now, but I'll see if I can move my camera a little bit here. Which side? Which we go? Oh, we got the Ace One Piece poster. I got Kobe above him. Like
Nice.
we just, it's and
Okay,
I'm a
bro.
Toonami kid, so I got
Yeah.
into that shit at a real young age. And then I always remember growing up, as then he was like, "Oh, you gotta stop watching that. You a certain age." I'm like, "Who the fuck said that? Like, why the fuck I gotta stop just because like niggas turn 14 and can't enjoy like Dragon Ball and like Yu Yu Hakusho?" I'm like, who the fuck made that rule?
Yeah, that's
Um,
what bro. On me. Hey, you said I see you got an Ace poster, bro.
Facts.
This is outside of the interview, but Ace is not. What is your interest in Ace? Like, what makes him such a iconic character for you?
I'm gonna be real with you, and this is gonna sound hypocritical. He's
Hmm.
not. Matter of fact, are you caught up on One Piece?
Up to Egghead.
Okay. Ace is not that interesting of a character. He is simply just Luffy's brother, so much so that they just brought Sabo in, and Sabo is the exact same character. The poster's just heat. Like, that's all I got for you. Like, I just saw the poster, and I'm like, the poster looks doper than the fucking character does.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, no, Ace is definitely not making like none of my fucking like top One Piece character lists. I love One Piece. Like I read the manga. Like I got, oh shit, like I said, I got all I got in my closet right here. I got my bookshelf. I got One Piece. I got Yu Hakusho. I got Kenshin. I got again
Oh, nice.
Toonami Kid. Oh shit. So, but that's
Yeah.
again, we got 3 podcasts here on HardFoul. I got HardFoul Radio, which is sports Monday through Friday. I got Group Chat, which is hip hop music that drops on Sundays, and then A&M, anime and manga, and that's on Thursdays. And so those are my 3 big interests. And so when I wanted to start talking, I was like, well, I'm gonna talk about the shit that I like. And so, and give it a space for them all to kind of intervene, because you're kind of like the perfect example of you could be into all these different things, and even though they're not normally considered like similar, or if you like this, you shouldn't like this. Like, we people, dog, we like what we like. And so if you the nigga that likes hip hop and anime, I got 2 shows for you. If you like hip hop, anime, sports, I got 3 shows for you. And I'm cool if you only like one of the 3. You might be into some totally other different shit. Cool. Go be you, like the things that you like. And that's just always been, I feel you on the like the way my homie who, when we record anime manga, it's like, these kids got it easy because anime has become so much more mainstreamed, where it's like you could talk about anime in public and niggas won't even like. I'm like, dog, do you know what it looked like if I talked about Naruto in middle school? Niggas ready to punch me in the face, say, oh, why you doing this, that, and the third? I'm like, y'all got it fucking easy now, man. Like, y'all mainstream. I had to do this shit where niggas had to hide that. Like, so I'm like, niggas.
You like anime? She called you weird. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's like cartoons and shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, they had slurs for us. Like, just like in a show would like get you slurred out. I'm like, hold the fuck up. And now these out here, like, they all win. I'm like, and I'm happy for them, you know, like, what's better for the next generation, all that other good shit. Like,
they ain't go through the pain we went through, man.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Like, I would get, like, oh, man. Dre, tell people some stuff about yourself, non-musical.
Non-musical. So, all right. So, one of my things is like, yo, I love hockey, bro. I play a little bit of indoor hockey, man. Like, that is my shit, bro. I wish more black people got into it, bro. I think if you put more rinks in the hood, bro, we would turn that sport out, bro. You hear me? So that's one of my things, man. I love skating too, man. Like, skateboarding has always been one of my things, bro. I remember when I first got my skateboard back when I was a little bit earlier, people didn't know I used to skateboard. And so when they see me now with a skateboard, they're like, yo, what the fuck is you doing, bro? You black as shit skateboarding. And I'm like, bro, I'm from Cali. Like, this is what we do, man. So, you know, unfortunately, I lost a couple of friends over that. But, you know, fuck them, man. This is who I am, man. Another thing, bro, I love books, man. I like to read. I like to learn things of that nature. And then I'll say another one a lot of people really don't know is that, you know, I was a foster kid at one point. So I went through that struggle, man. So, you know what I mean? Still waters run deep.
Yeah. I'm by, if in transparency, I am legally considered one. So the court took away, so my mom the court told her she wasn't allowed to raise a child. Like, she just lost the privilege legally. Dad was never involved in my life past like I'm pretty sure I got like this real vague ass memory of like, I'm pretty sure like I was in like a trap house or a crack house or some shit, and I had no business being there. And so after that, never saw that nigga again. So I was raised by my grandmother, but because of the way they did it, is there was some pushback from my mother, so they had to do it legally, and so it was always weird because there would be shit that happened like growing up. They're like, "Oh, what do you qualify as?" And like I would write down an answer thing and like, "Oh, I'm raised by my grandma." And I thought that I always joke and say like I was a slow kid, so because there would be like moments where people be like, "Oh, like your mom, your dad," and I just being myself was like, "Oh yeah, what the fuck are they?" And I was like 7, 8 years old, and I was just so used to being like with my grandmother and my aunts were in the house, and I was just like, "Yeah, this shit's normal, right?" And people are like, "No, I live with mom and dad." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's what people's supposed to do." So, but I would answer shit like on test or when they have you like fill out profiles and shit, and it's like they're like, "No, you can't fill that out." I'm like, "Fuck you mean I can't fill that out? Like I live with family."
Yeah. For me, it was
So
kind of the opposite. It was like, it was going from, living with my mom to like, yo, she just didn't want me no more. Now with my grandparents, it's like, okay, I'm here, but I know I'm gonna go back home
mhm.
eventually. That day just never came. And so it was like, so it's like, it's the opposite for you. It's like, dang, I want to write down, my mom's and stuff, but I can't because of my grandparents. And so,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of weird, in that aspect, as a kid, you know how things are supposed to be. And you look at your situation, it is a complete 180. But man,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, man. And so that's why I say, I speak for the kids who were left behind, who were told they wasn't ever going to amount to nothing in life. I'm here to tell them, like, man, nah, don't listen to none of that, bro. You can be somebody in life. Believe that.
No, that's a fact. And it's funny too, and it's like obviously it's one of my like it's a disconnect that I don't really have control over. Is I ain't the blackest dude around, and my grandmother's a white woman, and I love my grandma like that. Is before I got married, like that was my person. I wasn't even like super close with my entire family, but I was always like extremely close with my grandmother. Like she was mom, dad, best friend, all that shit. And so as I got older, and I was like, man, look, and I always tell people I joke, I'm like, man, I'm down for the cause. Like I hope the best for black people. But y'all got me fucked up if you don't think like my favorite person in this world is a white woman. And that shit just ain't gonna change. I'm like, and they're like, no, you can't be saying that. I'm like, fuck y'all, I can't be saying that. Like, because I
Y'all
was with
wasn't
her,
there.
like,
Y'all wasn't there.
yeah, I'm like, she had me at too. I couldn't even wipe my ass correctly. I'm like, fuck y'all gonna tell me who I can't say is like my favorite person.
Mm.
Nah.
And so, um, oh man, no, I love these kind of stories. I love just again when you get to like really learn about people, not just going off of like what you see on Instagram or what you see on Twitter. Although I want y'all to shout your Instagram and Twitter in a second. But like when you really get to understand and learn the story of like how someone had to start. Like you talked about just like, yo, I couldn't afford like what your passion became. Like you couldn't even get started until you was 21. And I'm big on like age don't matter. If you anybody listening, if you really love some shit and you gonna really be intentional about it, like the age you start does not fucking matter. Um
Facts.
was yeah, like what's my man's name that wrote Lord of the Rings? Like that nigga didn't start writing books until he was 40. And I don't know how much Lord of the Rings is sold. I just know that nigga got a lot of zeros in his bank account.
Huh.
So whatever age if you really find that thing, like go do it, be intentional about it, be serious about it, work at it, like just do it, man.
Hell yeah.
Before we end this out here, I want y'all to be able to shout out all your socials. Is there anything that y'all wanted people to know that we didn't get to discuss today?
For me, man, yo, I'm about to be your favorite producer, man. You know what I mean? Go run the tapes up. You know what I mean? It's plenty more music coming through, man. Like, dog, like, I love music, bro. So I'm always be on some hip hop stuff, but I'm not going to limit myself to just hip hop, man. You know what I mean? My
Mm.
second LP, TSH, that's a whole lo-fi project. The next one, it's going to be something different. And that's how we rock it, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
100%.
Um, shoot, man. Piggyback off of that, and then I'm gonna go into something else, bro. All my music is something that you can listen to, feel, and go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say I'm super serious when I rap, but like I don't be on no lyrical, spiritual, miracle type shit as they be saying these days. But bro, I communicate and I translate the energy that everybody needs throughout their day. So
Mm-hmm.
find you some Kid Silver, go through the catalog. You're going to find a favorite song. You're going to find a favorite few songs. And then you're going to find a new favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? In myself. Other than that, I'm also in the financial industry. So if you need you some life insurance, an annuity, health insurance, anything, like I go out and I sit with underserved communities, making sure that their families can be protected. God forbid anything happens. So fuck with your boy on that. I got a whole agency going around St. Louis right now. So yeah, fuck with your boy, man. Kiddsilver, 94 West, them niggas, that nigga,
You did.
him,
You
Timothy
did.
Stone, Timothy
Oh shit.
McGuire, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all that tight shit,
Put us
tight
in
shit.
rotation early.
So that's their
Man.
rotation.
Are all y'all social the same names? Like is 94 West across the board, kiddsilver across the board?
Yes,
So
sir.
for me, on my my bad. On my Twitter, it's nine
Nigga swallowed the shit out of a
NINE
fly.
the number 4 West, and then on Instagram it's underscore the numbers 94 West.
Dope.
For me, everything is Kid Silver with two R's at the end, except for Twitter. Twitter is Blue Flame Kid. Blue like the color, flame like the fire, kid like that badass motherfucker you probably got running around your front room asking for a Happy Meal, nigga, with two D's, black titties. Bars. All right, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done.
And my man know real fire. You know the blue flame. You know the blue flame out of the red flame.
Yes, sir. Blue
Facts.
Hey
Flame
man.
burn harder. Yes, sir.
Hey man. Check him out. Appreciate again. We don't do a ton of interviews, but appreciate you reached out last week, Dre, and we're talking to me about it. And I was like, hey, I know you on my last personal note. Like obviously you was with my wife. She spoke very highly of you just as like a person and like your character. And so I told you earlier, I'm like, you always gonna be good people in my book. Again, even like this time sitting here talking to Silver, like, and we talked a little bit before because Dre was late, and just let that be known because he used to give my wife shit about being late, and she is late all the time. That's a fact, but he late
Hey,
too.
he was on CPT for a minute. He was on CPT by me.
And so, but like, just like again, like, and I normally hate the energy word, but like sitting here talking with y'all, kicking with y'all, asking like these different questions, having the interview set, and like it was dope. Like you can tell, like y'all good people above and beyond what you're trying to do with your careers and trying to expand in music. So respect to both of y'all, man. Looking forward to hearing the new shit. Don't forget, as they told y'all, go play the old shit. They here, man. Appreciate y'all, and we'll have to do this again.
Oh,
Respect.
absolutely, man.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Peace, peace. Thanks for having us. Are we just freezing or what? We just
Well,
freeze frame? Freeze
no,
frame.
they're bam.
Like,